so many tools fighting for our attention, fighting for our time, from Reddit, Threads, clearly you can see the things that affect me, to Netflix, Prime, Showmax, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, WhatsApp. Way too many things. I mean, we can say to an extent that all these things are quite entertaining, but actually, if we're being honest, a lot of them are distracting. And this week I had a bit of a light bulb moment where, the Holy Spirit just said to me, Tony, you are consuming far more than you are creating. But I'll backtrack a bit. At the start of the year, I was having my quiet time going into what should this year be like. And I was getting the sense that, Tony, this year you need to be a little less Netflixy. And not that I was binging on Netflix, but it was a case of the time that you're using on Netflix, you can use it to create. And I thought, yeah, I can do this. I have a few projects that, the Lord had asked me to do. I've got this on lockdown, until a K-drama almost took me out. Actually, if I'm honest, 2 K-dramas almost took me out. And then, so when this happened again this week, when this happened this week, where I was now hearing, Tone, you need to create more than you consume, I understood. Being in the tech space, we talk about wanting to be creators and far less consumers of certain products or ideas. So I knew what God was trying to tell me. And I think to myself that the first thing that I saw God do in the Bible, maybe not quite saw because I wasn't quite there, but the first thing I read of that God did was to create. He started with let there be light, and then created a lot of things, entire earth for us to be in, and then he created us to be in the earth. So I know that if he's a creator, and if I identify as a creative, and if that's the mountain that I sit on, then I'm a fake creative if I'm doing a lot more consuming than I am creating, except I'm saying that the things that I'm consuming, I'm going to apply them into my creative sessions, which we know is not the case all the time. So I know for me, it was just a bit of a don't get back up. What are you doing? Be careful. And you can say, okay, how do I create? What do I need to do? Starts with being curious, starts with, being discerning, starts with wanting to learn and wanting to then apply what you have learned across board, right? Proverbs 18:15 talks about how a righteous heart is discerning, while wise ears seek knowledge. And also one of the verses that I love that just talks about is the glory, honor, and majesty of us to seek out things. So for me, I know that there's a lot of learning, a lot of being curious, a lot of applying that needs to happen. And if I'm saying that I am God man, right? And I am a creative and I want to reflect my Father, the Creator, then I need to demonstrate my creativity as a result of that. Creativity is such a gift, and it allows us a glimpse into the life of God as creator and how God intended it. So this is your cue. That's it, right? Not just mine, your cue as well, to do a lot more creating this week than consuming. Bye.